1337 FM. Nerd Talk Radio.
Engage.
Welcome to 1337 FM Nerd Talk Radio, the little pop culture podcast that everybody loves. I'm Mike Byrne.
I'm Mark Langell.
And I'm Matt Flowers. I just burped.
Yeah, and
I won't hold it against you.
I'm sorry. I'm
that was
going into
loud.
the microphone. I apologize for that, everybody.
Rip
sorry
headphone
for
users.
your ears.
Just think chocolate rain.
Chocolate rain.
Move away from the mic to breathe.
Didn't he like kind of be singing like the side of his mouth? It was like, you can't see that in Radio Land, but
Just you need to
talking like
be really descriptive with your words.
I tend to not be.
yeah.
All right.
So this is episode 32. 32?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're at 32.
33. I mean 32.
Man, 32.
Dirty love.
Yeah. Yeah. Chocolate
That was loud.
rain.
My
It's
headphones.
only in your headphones. Though.
I
You're-
know, and it's annoying because
Well,
you guys, like, you can't adjust the bass or the volume on these. And
You got your eSport headphones over
You
there.
got to
Yeah.
get your $20
The sponsored.
Walmart jobbies that me and Mike are rocking.
Oh man, I'll never
But
forget.
who doesn't have the bleeding ears? These
I-
guys.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when you and I went to go get those.
Yeah, it
and
was
for a very
pretty funny.
good reason, and I couldn't control myself.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll tell
Okay.
you after the recording is done.
It gets a little blue.
Wow.
It'll be extra bonus content for the people who are paying us through
Our
Patreon.
Patreon, which we have zero.
So nobody will ever hear the story. So
Well, that's their loss, really.
yeah, that's right.
Mike will.
Yeah. I didn't pay you.
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly. Turns away from the mic.
Thank you for
burp.
doing that off mic. That was
Yeah.
lovely.
It sounds like there's a dinosaur in the room.
So I have a little tidbit of information to let you guys know.
Very
I
excited.
didn't know where that was going.
I didn't get to see Logan when I went to Montreal.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boo.
Because
Montreal.
Montreal's stupid.
Yeah, they're weird.
It's very
the
stupid.
layout is very bad.
What's that?
The layout.
I didn't find.
I didn't have
The
a
layout's
problem
not
with
bad.
the layout.
If you
It's
get
just-
the metro down, Pat.
oh yeah, we had that down
you're
pat.
golden.
Yeah,
no,
that
I
was
find
awesome.
like the St. Catherine Street, like the malls, are like horribly laid out.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere. Everything
Yeah.
is everywhere. But the problem is, and my biggest problem was everything closed on a Saturday at
Yeah.
5:00.
Hmm.
Now, I don't know about you, but usually Saturday evening is the night that everybody's off and they can go do those kind of things.
Yeah.
Run to the store,
That would
go
make
get.
sense.
You'd
You know,
figure.
If you're a gamer, you work all day till 5.
Hmm.
You need a new Xbox 360 or Xbox One controller because yours broke because you threw it against the wall.
You think
from
there would be
rage
like a
quitting
Best Buy
from
somewhere? Oh,
Call
Dark
of Duty.
Souls.
From Dark Souls. Dark Souls, yes.
Which I have almost done. Like
Throwing your controller
I just
against
kind of
your-
squeezed it really hard with my
Hear that
hands.
crunching sound. Of
Yeah, and it's
plastic.
like it was like. "Ah!" But yeah,
Exactly, Dark Souls. So, if they need to go get a new controller, how are they going to do that if they work till 5:00 and everything shuts down at 5?
let that burn.
Quack.
I need a new controller, eh?
My Xbox One. That's not French.
Utile de main!
Who think to me?
Utile de main!
But like
My hand tool.
No, that's you know.
My video game
You're-
utile de main.
You're always playing with a hand tool, aren't you?
Well,
Aren't we all just playing with
Aren't we all?
our own hand tools?
But yeah, like I don't know. That's a good question because you figure in the morally bankrupt land of Quebec that they'd be open all the time, right? It would be
Well,
open.
like
But
bars
that's-
and stuff are
bars
open.
and restaurants are the two things that stay
The quote
open.
unquote nightlife.
Yeah,
I love to boogie. Is open.
I love the boogie.
I love
mean,
to
'Cause
boogie.
last time I was in Montreal, I was there for Heavy Montreal.
Okay, yeah.
So we were up in the morning,
Were you?
and oh man, wide awake. Up, and then we went to. Well, that's when you go to your go to Chapters, go to
I love chip.
theater, wherever else. And
Warhammer
then
store.
Just
Damn right.
to each their own. And after that, it would be lunchtime, and we catch the metro to the little island, and then spend all day at the festival or whatever. And then midnight rolls around, get the metro back, go have a couple of beer, and then get back to the hotel and do it again the next day.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds like a good time.
But
That sounds like how they live in Montreal.
imagine that reversed. I could see how that would be a bummer.
Well,
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense to me because like the malls aren't and Walmart and all that. It's not open late. Like that blows my
I don't
mind.
know if you would like have to drive out of the city to get to like a 24-hour Walmart or something like
Go
that.
to Laval or something.
We went to Laval. We took two
Laval.
metros.
Yeah.
We went through from where we were. It might have taken us 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It was a 20-minute train ride, and it was so easy to get there. We looked and just, okay, we need to be here. This is where it literally, the longest part was probably the 10-minute walk from the train station to the mall that we were going
Man,
to.
if I lived like
What's
there
wrong? What are you laughing at?
or somewhere.
You just reminded me. Sorry to be random. Sorry to cut you off, Mike.
Okay.
I was at delivering some cargo to a plane crowd we all have to deal with.
Yeah.
And this French woman was ahead of me trying to send like a tool bag for some tradesman who was gone to Quebec somewhere. She couldn't speak English, and the missus behind the counter couldn't speak French. Now I have passable enough till I can know what they're saying.
Yeah.
And this French missus, because it was a language barrier, the French talk with their hands like Italians. Yeah. And then she turned to me because I had
Quack.
coat. I'm going to have to correct that.
Yeah.
And it's a French company. And she turns to me and she says, "You speak French?" And she said it in French. And I was like, and I said in English with a heavy French accent, I said, "Little bit."
Tiny bit.
I was like, "Little bit." And then she kind of looked at me funny. And I was like,
Are you sure?
petit peu." And I don't know. It was just like my brain just did something. Like I didn't think about it.
Oh, your brain.
It can happen to anybody, but it's still funny when it happens to you.
And you made me think of it earlier because you said "outils de main," but that's what she was trying to. Because she was saying to the missus, "outils de main," which is hand tools.
Yeah.
And which is what it was. It was like a
bag of
Quack.
tools,
wrenches and shit, whatever. And then she's like, "Pas français?" I was like, "Little bit," and because there's a guy we know, like he said he went on the ferry in Quebec and he talk in English, perfect English, but talk in English to the French people, but with a heavy French accent.
Because it makes them understand it.
It makes them
Now
understand
there
it
is now.
It's
Okay.
like, yeah.
The thing is, when Quebec French people learn any of the mechanics that work with us, what do they call a wrench?
more. I don't know.
A wrench.
Well,
They don't call it. They don't call it whatever it might be.
outils de main.
An outil de main. They call
Well,
it a
wrench.
wrench.
Well, I think it's one of them.
They don't. They
one of
don't
the
have
same word,
names.
French English.
They don't have French. They don't use the French names for
Yeah.
nuts and bolts. They call them nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
Because
Rondelle or boulon.
yeah, they don't. The
Rondelle's
rondelle.
washer.
Excusez-moi.
Boulon is,
Yeah,
they speak a little bit, so.
a little bit.
That's your little bit coming out.
So, but anyway, yeah. So we were talking about how stupid Montreal was at
Yeah.
night, and
I love Montreal.
Did you have
but
fun,
it
though?
was oh yeah, we had a great time.
Did
It was
you eat,
raining, but that didn't. We went into a poutine place that had like 20 different types of poutine.
All right.
Was it
And-
called Frit alors?
No, it was
That is another
called.
poutineery.
Did you find the Five Guys there?
We did, but we didn't go there
It's probably
because
packed. Probably super lined up.
no, it wasn't actually. It didn't look lit. We went to. Well, we went to see a Montreal Canadiens game.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the one they lost.
Yeah, they lost that evening. But we went to. We were going to go to the Cage. Is it the Le Cage?
Le Cache?
It's the restaurant that's in
Oh,
the Bell Center.
I heard it's really good.
We got there at I would say 4:00. The game started at 7. The
Alright.
doors didn't open till 6. There was a lineup out the door.
Hmm.
It's because a lot of people go and don't watch the game.
They just hang out at the bar.
They want to sit at the bar, and the lineup was out the door. We literally passed a what's it called? The Quebec version of Swiss Chalet, Saint Hubert.
Oh, Saint
Oh.
Hubert.
So we went to Saint
Oh,
Hubert.
they got good food, man.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, we
gravy.
enjoyed it. Oh, the gravy's awesome.
Or that's
I could,
sauce.
that's like a friggin' food group. That
Oh, it
and
should
chalet
be.
sauce.
Yeah.
I could
Chalet.
just bathe in it and then drink the dirty water, like just and gone.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. So, what else did we do? We took the train everywhere. We went and seen stuff just around, and
Even just walking downtown is like
It's
There's
just
always
all right.
stuff to look at. Like it's always,
Yeah.
it's crazy. A guy juggling or something.
Yeah.
And
we had this stupid moment for about 2-3 hours when we first got there. We went to the person at the front desk at the hotel we were staying, and we said, "Could we have a map?" And she gave us a map and said, "Okay, if we were going to get to the metro, which direction would we walk?" And she pointed some general direction. So this was at the beginning when we were checking in. So when we decided to go up to our rooms, get freshened up, and then we decided to go down and go out. And this was on the Thursday night that we got in. So
Yeah.
it was about 7 o'clock when we decided to go downstairs. And we go downstairs, we go outside, we start walking in the direction of the place that we wanted to go. And we got this map in our hands, right? You know how it is.
touristy as hell.
Touristy as all get out. We got this map in our hands, and we're trying to figure out, okay, if we go this way, then no, wait, we got to turn the map. We're turning the map around 15,000 times, and then it dawns on me.
Google Maps.
Why are we dealing with a piece of paper when we all got GPSs in our pockets?
Yep.
Google Maps.
And I said,
It's
okay, put that away. Hold on. And I take out my phone and I go, the name of the place and and hit directions.
Siri, where
and it
is-
says, go forward,
200 feet. And
Exactly.
So easy.
Continue
that's how
walking down this
Missy and I
way.
got around Boston.
Yeah.
That's how we found a lot of the places we wanted to go. Because we're like, Siri, where's the observation tower? What I don't remember what it's called. And it'd be like, go 400 feet north. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'd look at the phone and be like, oh, okay, that way.
And you can basically just look at your phone and you hit directions and it brings up a little blue arrow
Yeah, 'cause
and you
it's
just turn it until it's pointing in the direction that the line goes and you just start walking in that direction. So it's like
It's easy. It's just so convenient.
The paper map just went. It was
No.
gone in the wind.
I have a paper map just so that's like a little keepsake from Boston.
It's like
Boston.
an antique to show your grandkids. Be like,
Yeah.
back in my day, we used this to make a hat.
Make a little, the SS Georgie. And-
Georgie.
Did you see that the new It trailer?
No, I haven't. Who's playing?
So,
Who's playing the clown?
Some lady.
some weird dude.
Or man. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Um,
I'm not interested in it.
I'm not interested in either, but because I've seen the first one and it, like the original in 1990, and they timed it really well because it isn't like he resurges in the lore of the movie. He comes out like every 27 years.
Something like that, yeah.
It's been 27 years since the first
Since the
movie.
original. Oh,
Yeah, I was like, that's actually kind of
that's
cool.
a good idea.
And
I think instead of anyone watching that movie, they should just read the book.
it's 1,000 odd pages.
That was really good, though.
Yeah,
but I mean,
It's as big as a Game of Thrones
Will you
book.
lend it to me? I don't have it,
Well,
and I want to read it.
I think I got a couple copies. So I could probably give
couple
like,
copies.
yeah.
Yes, boss.
You got two
One-
hands.
One that's really well read and like falling apart, and one that's in a no one's gonna read it condition because it's.
Stephen
That's
King.
the whole point of
Steve.
books is
Stephen-
to read them.
I
So,
don't know.
and I know what you mean by one's well read, one's
Well,
like-
because I always Stephen King is the only author that I'll like collect anything by.
okay.
So like I have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
collection of like every hardcover.
Four Seasons.
Not yeah,
You have Four Seasons.
I do.
Yeah.
That's it's a good song as well.
Yeah.
But who?
By
Nobody.
Vivaldi.
Vivaldi. Who?
Anyway,
So
But yeah, I'll usually. Yeah, that's the only like hardcover book that I like. I don't like reading hardcovers really. Yeah.
I was given a bunch of hardcovers. Like I was given Doctor Sleep hardcover, Shining hardcover.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only version I have. I'm like, I'll read it.
Well, I say like I don't like. I would rather read a paperback just because it's easier
You can fold
to
it.
manage.
and you
I
can take it with you.
You don't
if
have
you
to-
tear it up a little bit, it costs you $6.99.
Yeah, it's pretty big
Yeah.
and cumbersome to have a big
Yeah,
old hardcover book
it
with
is.
a dust jacket and stuff like
yeah.
that.
is true.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
you
how I read
don't
all
want
the-
to ruin that book.
Because
$25
I think
book.
since Dreamcatcher, I've been buying them like the day they come out. So I have the first edition from Dreamcatcher till
Oh, okay. Whatever
now.
he did lately.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Well, it was End of Watch, I think, was his newest one. Well, he had a book of short stories that came out too.
novella.
Yeah.
What?
Novella.
Short stories.
Okay then.
Little baby stories.
Okay, so the trailer for It.
What's
I haven't seen it, so
it sort of stressed me out because I unintentionally laughed twice.
Oh,
and they weren't meant
that's
to be
not
funny.
good.
They weren't meant to be funny. It was like
They were
'cause,
or wasn't?
No, they weren't meant to. Obviously, it wasn't meant to
Okay.
be funny because, when like you've obviously seen the trailer when like Georgie used to have like his raincoat and stuff on, and he's chasing his little boat, the SS Georgie.
Yes, yeah.
And it's sort of I've seen a sort of a side by side comparison of the old one and the new one in the trailers, and it's pretty much same thing.
Okay.
And the new one is got this kid, and he's chasing a little boat, and he's kind of running along on the bank, and it's going down like the side by sidewalk. And in the old one, this kid sees like sort of a traffic barrier, like the little, and he kind of climbs. He walks around it. And this one, the kid's walking, he's running, looking at the boat, and it sort of goes to like a top down shot, a really wide top down shot, and then immediately he pans behind him again, and he just like beats his head off this traffic barrier, and all the sound stops. It was like boom. And I was like, and I just started laughing just because it was just like, this kid just gets his like head caved in, and then the old one just walked around it. What was the point of that?
I don't know. You know how I feel about trailers. Not for them.
Yeah,
They're just.
for Ragnarok though.
I don't like. That's good.
Oh,
That
that
one I
epic.
will admit was good. But I don't want to
Yeah.
watch. I don't want to see 3 other trailers before the movie. Like that one is fine. Like,
Civil War did that.
That did enough for
Yeah.
you. You don't need to watch any
I didn't
more.
need. I was
You
going
know
to see the
that.
movie regardless. I didn't need
Yeah.
any trailer. But like that's enough of a trailer that I don't need to whip my palate anymore. Like
Yeah.
I don't need to have more things spoiled. I don't need.
Yeah.
Could you imagine just living in a bubble and not knowing, like years ahead of time, that Hulk's going to be in Thor, and then just watching that movie completely straight faced, and then just Hulk just pops out
What it must have been like to grow up
pre-internet and pre.
in a small town
Twitter and all
in
these
Newfoundland with only CBC.
Yes.
Because you weren't getting none of those trailers.
So what was
No.
that like, Mark?
I didn't. We had people that I know had cable television, so we did get to see trailers every
Oh,
now
yeah.
and again. Yeah, so
We had a less than legal. We had cable, but we also had a less than legal the movie network.
yeah. Oh,
Was
okay.
it all like
Fuzzy.
blurry? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of one's
Channel
dad's
24.
friends.
You play
Well,
around with the little thing in the back, and it'll be like
another big
clear up a
thing
bit.
was like I grew up in a town that it wasn't small. It was pretty big town. I mean, we had a full main street and a mall and there's a movie theater and everything.
How
like
many,
I went and seen Batman, the first Batman movie,
89.
89 Batman there
Yeah.
when I was whatever age, a teenage boy.
Is that when
Anyway.
you went against your mother's wishes and went?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I can't believe you remember that. Yeah.
I have a really
yeah,
good memory for things
She
like
seen the music video for Prince's Bat Dance.
Bat Dance.
And there's a point where the girl that's in the video that's portraying Vicky Vale, which
Yeah.
wasn't Michelle Pfeiffer,
Kim
or
Basinger. Kim
Basinger.
Basinger.
the girl that is in the video that's dancing with Prince goes between his legs and is very sexually charged almost. And
Well,
because
it
of that,
was
Mom
Prince.
was like, no.
It was Prince. So.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, you're not going to see the Batman movie because of that.
You'll be a
Because it's
virgin
pornography.
Because Prince had a lady go between his legs. It's Batman. I mean, it's
Well,
like
there was one
he fights
part-
against the Joker, but anyway.
Yeah.
There was one
I
part
still
when
haven't
they're
seen it.
in the friggin' bell tower when Vicky Vale sees the like Batman's creeping around outside, so she tries to distract the Joker. And she starts like kissing his shoulder and like dance like and he
Yeah.
kind of just stops and he's like, Mr. Joker, and then she says something and then she kind of he kind of to look, she goes right up in his face, he's like, and purple. I love purple. And then she kind of her head just kind of goes down and Jack Nicholson's face kind of moves a bit. You know what I mean? I think that's
do.
maybe what they
I
were
remember.
sort of-
I remember the scene because I remember when she started kissing his shoulder, and all she was kissing like
his shoulder pad.
fleece,
Yeah.
a fleece jacket.
Oh.
Of course.
How am I going?
Yeah, we had to do a jump cut.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. So,
Batman
Yeah.
'89. Good movie.
yeah.
That was a good. I
It was
loved that
fun.
fight in the end where they're fighting in the bell tower.
Yeah.
Loved it.
You want
So,
nuts? Let's get nuts.
so as I stated earlier, we think I think Lego let the cat out of the bag for a character design that is going to be in a new Marvel movie. Now, obviously, this is radio, so our listeners won't be able to see, but they can go online and now that if they hear this, they'll be able to go check and see what the character looks like. And I'll show you the different. Okay. You know that Marvel has announced that they are putting out a Captain Marvel movie.
Yes.
Which is
Carol Danvers.
Carol Danvers, okay?
Space
Do you
Lady.
remember what Carol Danvers looked like in the comic books?
Yeah, I do.
Blonde hair.
Mhm.
Her powers were super strength.
Rogue.
Because she basically took some of Rogue's powers.
Yeah.
Well,
Did Rogue take her powers?
or Rogue took her powers or something along them lines. Where
Semantics.
no, Rogue was in Carol anyway.
Comics.
Her powers were sort of a Superman style. Okay,
Yeah.
so my youngest son went to the mall and got a new Lego set. There's a new Lego set with Captain America, Carol Danvers, and an Ultron style bad guy. And the
Robots.
funny thing is, when I seen the character, when I got home, my son was putting it together, and I said, "Who is that?" Now, obviously, I didn't see the lightning. The lightning bolt is still there, but there's a big difference.
Yeah.
And this is the design of the new Carol Danvers.
Yeah, Mark's
Hold
just got
on.
in his hand
She-
there.
Is that who I think it is?
That is the new
Marvel.
Jesus.
Miss Marvel. Sorry about that. The new Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Why does she have like 30-foot long
Because
arms?
she's stretchy.
Now she's a stretchy. And look at her.
Have
look
you
look at
haven't
her
read-
color of her skin, and her hair
Yeah.
is brown.
That's not Captain Marvel. That's Miss Marvel.
Well, sorry, Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel isn't that Carol Danvers?
That's
Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel.
she was inspired by Carol Danvers to like take the name Miss Marvel.
Okay. So
But
this
she's
is
not canonically. She's a different character. Canonically.
Oh, so her powers are stretchy in the comic book?
Yeah, because I think she got hit with that Inhuman junk and became an Inhuman.
I think this was called in the comics.
Inhuman junk.
Inhuman
I mean,
junk.
It's
Okay.
Black Bolt's bird.
So this is not Carol Danvers. This is a different Miss Marvel. I'm
Yes.
sorry, I was calling her Captain Marvel, which is Shazam
yeah.
from DC. This is Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I see.
But a different Miss Marvel, not the Carol Danvers, is a different girl. Obviously, like even the color of the skin and the darkness of the hair, like she has almost like deep tan skin color and
like
a
a mocha.
dark brown hair.
Mm.
So, and I mean, her arms are like crazy.
because she's like
But-
basically Mr. Fantastic. Like
Yeah.
she can like stretch her legs and stretch anything.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's how she like
And-
gets around
and,
fast.
I mean, that you can if you take off the big hands.
that is a cool little figure.
I thought that was really neat, and I was like, he better not ruin this one because this one's pretty cool. Like, I mean, he's got a couple of Captain Americas, and they got all the different. They got a lot of different Marvel and DC characters, but it's just like, you know,
Yeah.
they're whatever. But that one's pretty cool with
See, now-
with the long arms.
If I'd seen that, I'd be like, that's not Miss Marvel.
I know.
Because I don't really know the difference.
Not in my.
So I
world.
thought, because it's so close to the new Avengers movie, I thought that was their way of almost saying this is what the design. Because
Yeah.
I mean, they're obviously going to be using, unless they're going to read designer for the new movie and they don't know what she looks like yet. That's the only way I could think.
Yeah, it's Miss Camilla Khan.
Ah,
God.
okay.
Because I read.
Oh, okay.
I remember
okay,
I read
okay.
the first 12 issues
Issues.
of their
Okay.
theories.
Okay, started in March 2014.
That's
and
actually
why-
that's a really good, because she's basically like a superhero fangirl.
Okay,
So she
okay.
was like, I think, because Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, Miss
Marvel, yeah.
whatever, she's like, that's her number one idol. So that's why she kind of wanted to.
Who's the
Designers-
number one idol?
Camilla Khan
Yeah.
is idolizes Carol Danvers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Want me to read her
Okay.
bio? Within the Marvel Universe, Khan is a teenage Pakistani American from Jersey City, New Jersey, with shape-shifting abilities who discovers that she is inhuman genes in the aftermath of the Inhumanity storyline and assumes the mantle of Miss Marvel from her idol, Carol Danvers, after Danvers becomes Captain Marvel. Marvel's announcement that her Muslim... Okay, never mind. That's just political and stupid.
Just getting into the political side of it all. On another Marvel note, have you seen the trailer for Cloak and Dagger?
No.
It is not going to be a Netflix show. It's going to be Freebird or Free something. It's a streaming website that I think
so random.
You can watch it for free.
But you have to watch an ad or something?
You have to watch ads. And Canadians don't apply.
Boo.
Of course.
Boo earns.
I was saying boo earns.
Yeah.
Cloak
So Android boxes are going to be used for that show. But Cloak, they're very young.
Yeah.
Cloak and Dagger are very young in this, so like it's young. If you don't know, do you know what Cloak and Dagger is? You know what Cloak and Dagger is in the Marvel universe.
Very little.
Black man wears a big dark cape. He can suck things into. Yes. He has like inside of his cape sort of
teleports
black hole. He creates black hole.
No, what?
And she actually makes daggers of light and throws them, and she's
that sounds like
a spin-off of Runaways? No, because that was a spin-off of other things.
No.
Wasn't there supposed to be a Runaways show too? I'm getting that mixed up.
It's almost like the stuff that's on Netflix. It's very connected to the Daredevil.
Street level kind of.
Yeah, the street level, very Daredevil. The Daredevil, the Defenders, the Luke Cage.
The name's what makes me laugh.
What, Cloak
because
and
it's
Dagger?
like an 80s cop buddy comedy.
Well, there was
a movie called Cloak
and Dagger. Wasn't it about like
Matthew Broderick?
God.
Was War Games or something like that.
Cloak and Dagger. That had the kid from E.T.
Yes.
Was his second
that's
movie.
What it was.
Elliot, you're going to be a star. You're going to be in this movie, Cloak and Dagger. No one's ever heard of it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's like
that was the funny thing when that movie came out when I was a kid. That's what I thought of. That's what I thought it was going to be. And I was like, Cloak and Dagger's not about the characters Cloak and Dagger from the comic book because I don't want to see that.
So like a weird like cross-media promotion. They had like an Atari 2600 game and the movie came out at the same time and it was like a big deal.
E.T.
I didn't pay no attention, so I don't remember. Be honest with you.
I know of Cloak. I think now that you mentioned what he does, he's in actually the Civil War comic.
Oh yeah.
And he teleports him to the negative. I'm saying the neutral zone.
Yeah,
I'm watching too much hockey. The negative zone.
The neutral zone where he gets the puck deep into the.
Then Iron Man went offside.
International
play
waters.
was called.
The referee had to call back a goal because it was goalie interference.
2-minute overtime.
Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, hockey.
Okay.
Go Habs.
Okay.
Go Ottawa. Go Sens.
Go banana.
Finch is. I mean, I love Finch. I think the world of Finch, but like when he is interested in something and it's a little competitive.
Everybody go listen to Jeff Finch talk about things.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. We do a lot of cross promotion.
Links in the description.
But my God, when the Pens play, like he will sing their praise on Facebook all night. And then be like, he'll message me like, so how's the Habs doing? And I'm like, you're just being
quack
for being
quack.
Well, which I can't appreciate, but it does run its course.
And in the grand scheme of it all, when the team that hosts picks up the Stanley Cup and skates around the ice is all done, that's when we're done the season.
Yeah.
So I mean. Really,
the Pens are looking good this year.
Oh, there's a lot of good-looking teams out there. Like, been watching a bit of hockey actually this season, which is, I don't watch hockey.
Oh no,
but I'm watching playoff.
I love hockey.
Playoff hockey is better than regular.
It's
hockey.
the best. I mean, it's the culmination of it. It's it's the drive, it's the motivation.
Molto bene.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, also too, you don't see the teams. They only have 7 games
well,
to go to the next round.
Yeah,
right. They have 7 games.
6, but I mean, it usually forces 7.
Yeah, but I'm saying they have 7 games.
Speaking of which,
whether
the
or
Habs
not
are playing tonight, and I don't know the score.
Well, check it out.
Check it out live. It's probably already over.
Yeah,
because it's 11 o'clock. But yeah, no, The Pens are doing really good. So Finch is like flying high.
Mm-hmm.
And,
By the time that
This airs.
everybody will know. Either it'll be the last two teams will be playing. So we don't know what's going to be at that time.
Oh, it's still going.
Boo Earns.
Rangers are up 2-1 over the Canadians at the end of the second period.
Yeah.
We'll put a timestamp on this.
Yep.
That just did.
5 April
Yep.
22nd.
Yeah.
2017, the year of our Lord.
But anyway,
Yeah.
that should be good for this episode.
Wrap her up.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Rapper.
who's going to wrap her? Give her.
Mike Rap.
Wrap her on the crapper. All right.
I like big butts and I cannot. Okay.
You've been listening to 1337 FM Nerd Talk Radio. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, you bastards, and go to our website and be nice to us. See us if you see us in the street. Don't touch us.
Yeah.
Patronize us.
We're very sensitive boys.
Listen, I want you to patronize us.
Yes, please.
I'll patronize Mark.
Patronize us. Patronize us. Is that? Can you say it that way? Is
I
that
like the sound of it.
because
Patreon eyes.
patronize, patronize? Because how would you say that?
Well, because
is
there are patrons,
Patreon.
Yeah.
so they are. I guess they're patronizing us.
yeah.
That is a term, yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
isn't it
patronize.
Patreon to give people money over that website? So it's
Yeah.
Patreon. So
Sorry.
Patreonize. So Patreonize us.
Give us money.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thanks for listening.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Have a good night.